And then we move on to the heavyweight bout. Johnny Bones Jones versus Stipe. And Stipe made it a fight. I mean, you could tell John Jones was just a lot faster than him. A lot, like, just
Stipe
more of an athlete.
Well, he didn't wear the age too well. He looked his age a little bit.
But
I think he looked great, though, you know, even with the age.
Yeah.
I thought he was
Now
doing
he didn't look good. I'm saying the fast twitch muscles, like you can see that's the number one, that's the first thing to go when you get old is your speed, you know? Like he didn't look bad at all, but I could tell a little bit, he lost a little bit.
Yeah.
When was his last fight?
3 years ago, right?
I think it was about 4 years ago.
And especially at this age, like when I turned fucking 39, fucking just dick in the dirt.
Yeah.
So every year just gets worse. I mean, I don't know how he is, but that age, you can't beat Father Time.
Yeah. Especially those like that first round, John Jones expended a bunch of energy trying to fight Stipe. And I was like, damn, Stipe's still there. He's still alive. It's so tiring trying to whoop someone's ass and then they don't go away. And Stipe hung in there. And then that body kick, dude, from southpaw, just fucking dug into him.
And that's like a hidden shot too, man. That's a shot that people don't think about because that's right to that side of the ribs and that left side spin, man, that's a nasty one.
Foot just falls over the entirety of the fucking stomach like that. Just goes,
man. It's just
it's the hardest shot in MMA, I believe.
Is it really?
I think so. The spinning kick straight, especially when they don't spin with it, they go straight in with it, and that heel digs into you. I think that's the. I mean, for Suge especially, that's the hardest shot he throws when he spins kicks to the body.
Yeah, it's nasty. It really is. It does a lot of damage.
He was throwing those teeps right up the middle, sticking his gut too. He was looking really. I thought John looked fucking great.
Especially because Stipe thought it was going to be up high, you know, and that's why that's that spin in. When you spin in like that, it tricks people into thinking that you're doing a spinning.
Did he flash that teep and then he threw? Is that what he did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit!
And it looked like it was going to be a spinning hooking kick, and it wasn't a spinning hooking kick. It was a spinning straight or spinning back kick, right? So when he spins and he keeps it nice and tight like that, Stipe went to throw his arm up here, like, oh, I don't want to get hit up high. Like open that whole area up, and it's soft at that point too, because you're like, all your pressure is up high. You're like, no, I don't want to. Boom.
Yeah, and there's nothing you can do. It just takes the fucking soul out of you. Then you see John loading up, son. He's oh god, didn't look good.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I saw a highlight on Twitter yesterday of Tom Aspinall kind of getting thrown around by this other wrestler. And people's just like, everyone just giving John Jones so much shit about not wanting to find Tom Aspinall. But it's like, don't be surprised if that fight comes and the UFC says they give him $20 million. Say, okay, we're going to give you $20 million for this fight. John Jones says, let's do it. I wouldn't be that surprised if John Jones took him down and whooped his ass.
I would think that's fucking, I mean, it's not a no-brainer, right? I would definitely think that's what would happen.
Yeah, I think people are just running with that. That's just clickbait right now. People are just running with it. They just want to bash John and they just want to add the hype to it, you know.
He's a fucking good wrestler. Like when I trained with him before he started fighting the UFC, he's fucking just freakishly good wrestler.
And Tom's great, and obviously he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. That's what they say too. And he has great all these different things, but none of that takes away from who John is. Like you still can't. What are you gonna say? We're gonna doubt John just because he's not gonna go fight this, like trying to go fight this guy?
I see his point. Yeah. I see what he's saying.
Yeah, I see what he's saying too. Like based off of where he is and where he stands and what he's done. Who stands to win off of that fight? Even if he wins that fight, what does he gain? What does he gain if he goes out and beats Tom Aspinall?
Just money.
Just money, right?
Yeah.
What does Aspinall gain if he beats John
Jones?
Everything.
It takes everything from him.
Everything. Sure. Everything, right?
It's got to be a big payday, like Tim said. $20 million. You think that's we just?
I think it's fair. I think it's fair.
I think they paid him around $15 million.
Floyd Mayweather and it's boxing, but nevertheless, if Floyd Mayweather and Conor can go out and make $200 million, or Floyd can go out and make $200 million. I think we can figure out a way to get John Jones as 20.
What's the like the fight with Conor and Mayweather? The money, the type of numbers that they brought in, is that way more than what the UFC brings in?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, but they can find 20 mil. I think 20 mil is fine. Like
for the best fighter in the planet.
We're at the point right now where MMA is at a point where we can find 20 mil for John Jones. I think so.
What's the highest payday right now?
Highest paid in MMA, it's probably up there, John Jones. I mean, I think they were saying, Dana said, I'll never release what I actually pay that guy, but just trust that it's good. And I saw some, you never know with these things, but it said he made around 15 million. Yeah. Which for MMA.
So we can find another 5. I think that the fans and the people can find another 5. We just gotta make it the spectacle that it should be.
John seems like, from what I know about him, whatever number he has in his mind, he's not gonna budge from it.
Yeah, he could be asking for 40. Say if we're 40.
The excellence of driving a Buick is matched by the excellence of the dealership experience when you own a Buick.
Nothing.
Another 5. We just gotta make it the spectacle that it should be.
John seems like, from what I know about him, whatever number he has in his mind, he's not going to budge from it.
Yeah, he could be asking for 40. Say with 40 or nothing.
But I really do. I see his point. He is getting older, and he's got everything to lose and nothing. And Aspinall has everything to fucking gain from that.
Because in the UFC too, the UFC could utilize John Jones' story from this point on, and they can run with that for the next 10 years, and he could still be a selling point for what the UFC is, the best company in the world. Like, even if he doesn't fight again, that's what they could still utilize someone like him. They still do it with a guy like George St. Pierre. They still do it with like these guys that are classic guys, you know?
Everything's different. Yeah. There's so much, it's gotten more momentum behind it. So those old guys that are put on the pedestal now, John Jones would put even more on there, you know?
100%, because he's still collecting these accolades, you
Fuck
know?
yeah, he is.